Hi friends, today I want to talk about this idea that everything happens for a reason. Now, I do believe that everything happens for a reason. However, I don't believe that that reason is always spiritual or divine. I don't believe that there was some soul agreement and that is why everything unfolded exactly the way that it did. I do believe that some things are spiritual in nature. I do believe that we are being guided in ways that we don't always understand, that there are relationships and experiences that we have that are meant to teach us to grow, that may have some kind of divine plan for us, or there may have been a spiritual agreement that we'll never fully understand as humans in this life. However, sometimes everything happening for a reason is simply a human reason. So we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we cannot forget that it is both. We cannot forget that this world that we exist in, while there is a lot going on that we don't fully understand, that we will never see, that is spiritual in nature, that is energetic, that is divine, that is magical, quite frankly, there is a lot that is simply human. Which means that some of the bad, horrible, awful things that happen are simply human. It simply means that sometimes people do bad things for human reasons, that sometimes things happen because we live on planet Earth and there is certain weather and there are things that happen in terms of natural disasters or catastrophes. If we buy into that spiritual bypassing view of everything happening for a reason, we miss out on what's really important about what happens to us in this life. Things happen and we get to decide. We get to assign the meaning to them. We decide what they mean for us, and we choose what we do in the aftermath of them happening. After my ex committed suicide, that's what really sent me into a tailspin of grief and PTSD, followed by just a whole bunch of other stuff as a result of that. There were several people that tried to tell me that everything happens for a reason. Now, what they were trying to do was make me feel better. Whether or not that was truly a clean intention of helping me heal, helping me look at the deeper meaning of what might be happening, is kind of up in the air. I would say for a majority of them, it was their way of finding comfort in a very uncomfortable situation that didn't even happen to them, was to tell me that everything happens for a reason. And yeah, it did happen for a reason. Whether or not that was a spiritual reason, some divine soul agreement that he and I made before we came into this life, we don't really know. It could very simply be human. It could be a result of him growing up in this world and some of the things he experienced and him making a choice for himself. There's no way to know that. So it's not important necessarily to understand the reason why things happened. It's not healthy. It's not good to resort to that as a way to bypass the deeper work. When we lean on everything happening for a reason from a spiritually bypassing perspective, we miss out on all that deeper work of really digging into what happened and the effect that it had on us and feeling our emotions fully. Because when we say, well, everything happens for a reason, it's divine, it was meant to be, and you'll learn the lessons in time, that is not how we heal and grow. It is certainly not how we evolve on a spiritual level. But people bypass that deeper work and that deeper evolution because it's easier. It's easier to just assume that there must be some divine reason for this horrible thing happening, and I am just going to stay positive and wait for that lesson to reveal itself. The only way that lesson and the gift will reveal itself is if you go through the process of feeling what you are feeling as a result of whatever has happened. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if it was spiritually orchestrated or if it was human. All that matters is what you do with it. If you are willing and able to process it, to feel it all the way through, to face into it fully, to allow it to unravel you in all the ways that it is meant to. So yes, things happen. They happen for both spiritual and human reasons. What matters is what you do with it, because we are constantly hit with things happening to us. Whether that's global, what's going on in the world, whether it's local, whether it's environmental, whether it's health, whether it's our relationships, things are going to constantly happen to us and they will have an effect on us. And our work is to constantly be in tune with ourselves to see what is the effect that it is having on me. How is it changing me? How is it changing my perception of the world around me? How is it altering my beliefs? Is it altering them in a positive way or is it altering them in a negative way? And most importantly, what am I going to choose to create as I move forward from this. Again, whether it's good or bad, whether it's spiritual or human, what is the meaning that I am going to choose consciously to give to this experience? And we don't do that first. We don't do that right away. We do that after we have felt our feelings all the way through. We have faced into it. We have sat with ourselves, whatever that looks like and means for you. And we have allowed that wisdom and insight to come up from a deeper place within. We don't assign it from the beginning. I wrote about this once and I called it leave the lessons where they lie, because leave them where they lie. Don't try to jump ahead to them. Go through the messy, hard process of feeling your feelings and doing the deeper work and digging in and surrendering to the unfolding that whatever has happened has caused. And then you will uncover the lessons and the gifts. And then you will be able to choose to assign consciously whatever meaning that you want to assign to this event, and choose consciously what you will do in the aftermath of it. The next time somebody tells you that everything happens for a reason, or you feel compelled to say that either to yourself or to someone else, I want you to just pause. I want you to just check in with how you are feeling and remind yourself it doesn't matter if it's spiritual or human. It really doesn't. You can dig into that if you want. What matters is, am I doing the work that it is asking of me, that is now required of me in the aftermath of this? Am I going to consciously choose what meaning to assign to this? And I'm going to consciously choose what I want to create in the aftermath, because that is the only thing that matters. That's what I have for you today. I would love to hear your thoughts on how you feel about that idea that everything happens for a reason. There's no right or wrong. We each have our own perspectives and perceptions, and they are all welcome here, so long as we are leaving space for ourselves and others to do the work that we need to do to truly heal and grow. I will catch you soon in another video.